hell.
It's hell.
Yeah.
It's living hell. You're sick. It's a depressing place. It's not comfortable. Um, you're just it's like the dying hole. But I remember my second night in there, I was all alone, and I asked God. I said, God, if you're real, will you please remove this addiction from my life? And it wasn't the first time I prayed this, but everything in my soul was like, if you have empathy, take me or take this addiction, but I can't go on like this any longer. And probably the most genuine prayer I've ever prayed, because up to this point, even though learning from you, Dad, and all your teachings and Vet the Coon, I've always believed in God, but I've questioned his existence and asked him to reveal himself to me personally ever since I was a kid. And although I'm sure he has, when I look back at my life and things that have happened and what he's brought me through and out of and protected me from, there's no doubt that he exists, but he definitely made himself known.
Well, I remember you shared that he took you back to the time you were born, even before you were born, and kind of showed you your entire life.
I went back in time. I went forward in time. I went up. I went down. He
showed you that he was with you
yes,
every second of your life.
And there's just I can't put it into words. God works in subtle ways, but at this point in my life, I'm a stubborn person. I'm thick-headed. I think it took something like this for him to really reveal himself. He answered my prayer, and he absolutely revealed himself to me, and I'll never question his existence again.
And you've been free 6 weeks now, which isn't a long time.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a spiritual depth that has opened up in you that your mom and I have seen, and others who know and love you. And Caleb, we've talked about this many times. God takes us through pain, not because he wants to inflict pain, but because he wants to birth something great.
Yeah.
And out of this, you have this vision for starting something new. What is it? Tell us what it is that you really feel burdened to start. Your mom and I dedicate each of you to the Lord. So Father, this soul belongs to you. We're just stewards of it for a short time. And we just pray you would use this child to grow up into the man or the woman you want them to be, and whatever it takes. And the path God had for you is not one any of us or you would have chosen.
No.
But I know God's got some great things for you, and He's going to use your passion for those who are imprisoned in addiction, and He's going to use your passion to help set them free and to minister to them.
Yeah.
So I invite all of you to pray for Caleb for whatever the future holds for him. But I'm pretty sure all of you know someone who is imprisoned in this addiction. And as Caleb said, these are good people, but they are in over their heads. And it's going to take our help, and above all, it's going to require God's intervention to restore their souls. So I hope that this interview with Caleb will help spur all of us on to pray and to minister to these people, to love them, to reach out to them, and to do what's necessary to help them get free.
Amen.
So, Caleb, you have a final word you want to say here before we sign off?
Just thank you for having me on. I know this podcast isn't for everybody, but if there's one person out there that's in a struggle, regardless of what it is, just don't give up hope. Pray, because God does answer prayers. I'm a testament to that. Reach out to me. I don't have any credentials as far as counseling or whatever, but I won't judge you.
So any emails people send in here that are for you, I'll make sure they get to you, and then you can take them from there.
Thank you for having me, too.
Oh, thanks, Caleb, for sharing your heart with us. This has been a blessing, and it'll be a blessing to all who've heard it. So thank you for joining us.